on Saturday at home, a chance for us to bounce back. But before I get into the Huddersfield game, I'm going to rewind back to the Cardiff game. A really awful result, poor performance, and a really tough day for everyone involved at West Ham, especially the away fans that had to go up there and see what was a really shocking display from us. I've seen West Ham fans getting stick from Cardiff fans and rival fans for us expecting to beat Cardiff away from home, and I don't quite understand that. As a West Ham fan, I expected us to win that game away from home against a struggling Cardiff side, missing Sol Bamba, their top goal scorer, their captain, their talisman. Unfortunately, and this is where the problem comes in, the players had the same mentality as the fans, and the players cannot go into a game of that magnitude against a team struggling for form, struggling for points, expecting to roll them over. It's not going to happen. And it's the first time I've seen us perform like that in a while. We saw it earlier in the season against some of the smaller teams where our players seem to just believe that we can go there and roll them over without having to put up a fight, without having to be physical. And unfortunately, Cardiff wanted it more than we did last weekend. They were there to every 50-50, they were there before us. And we just weren't up for it. We got bullied, battered, slapped. Well done to Cardiff. I must admit, in my opposition report, I expected us to roll them over. And as a fan, I think that's justified. Our squad on paper versus their squad on paper, we should be winning that game hands down. But credit to Cardiff, credit to the fans, credit to the club. In my opinion, I'd actually prefer Cardiff to stay up this season, so good result for them. Well done. We cannot go into the Huddersfield game with that same mentality because, unfortunately, the same thing could happen. Now, as a West Ham fan, I expect us to beat Huddersfield at home. I really do. I expect us to roll them over. But the players cannot go into that game with that same mentality. They have to go into that game wanting to fight, wanting to really put in a shift. And if they do, bottom line is we will beat Huddersfield. We will really turn them over on Saturday, but the players have to be up for it. So that's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed we can get a result. I honestly believe we will. But the players owe it to the fans. They really do after that performance against Cardiff. So let's go to the London Stadium and get the 3 points. Come on, you Irons!
Huddersfield's imminent relegation to the Championship was fueled further after a 2-0 home loss to Bournemouth last time out. The Terriers remain rock bottom and 16 points from safety with just 8 games left to play. Having played West Ham 3 times in the top flight, their record reads a draw and 2 defeats against Saturday's opponents. On a brighter note, the Terriers are boosted by the returns of pair Laurent Depotre and Terence Congolo, who missed their last game through injury. Can Jan Siewert get a result? The Hammers failed to make up ground in the race for 7th once again, going down 2-0 to Cardiff City in Wales. The result leaves Pellegrini's men in 9th place, 5 points behind Wolves and only 2 points above 12th. Consistently struggling against the so-called smaller sides, the Hammers will be wary of Huddersfield, knowing that a below-par performance could result in more drop points. Marko Arnautovic looks set to start the game after a series of substitute appearances, whilst Hammers fans demand a good performance on Saturday. Come on, you Irons.
And that brings me to the end of my latest opposition report on Huddersfield. I'm sorry for the rant at the beginning of the video. I just felt that I had to get it out. I was very upset after the Cardiff game, I have to admit. And leave your comments below. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you agree with my analysis of the Cardiff game and my analysis going into the Huddersfield game? What should we change? What do we need to do differently to make sure that we get the 3 points? Because it has to be said, our Achilles heel this season has been playing against the so-called smaller sides. And I hate to say smaller sides, but I'm talking about the sides where, as a West Ham fan, we expect us to get the results. And those are the games we've come unstuck in this season. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please leave your comments below. If I've said something that you don't agree with, let me know about it. That's what this is all about. I want to learn and grow and hear other people's views. So thank you very much for watching this video. Saturday, Huddersfield, London Stadium. Come on, you Irons!